Don't throw that one.
No. Do you need this bag on land right now? Gatorade bottle?
No, it's fine there still.
2,700 PSI. All yours. Test your air sources. Okay, smell. Make sure it's not got diesel or fuel. Okay, take a breath.
Kind of smells.
No, that's just the rubber.
Okay.
You're fine. Take a breath. Okay. Now we both take a breath, and we want to see if the needle drops. Good. So testing the pressure, make sure it's giving enough demand in case there's an emergency.
Yep.
Test your BCD, so low pressure freighter power inflate. We're just trying to get some of the sediment out of the way and get a good view of what's underneath. Maybe we will see a gold nugget lying here.
Tons of quartz veins down there.
Yeah.
Like a little maze.
Hey, Nico, how'd you find the dive?
It was cold.
Was it nice to dive with your dad?
Yep.
Yeah.
You still remember how?
Yep.
I was diagnosed with PTSD in about 2015. And diving for me really at that time became kind of my escape, my safe place. There's something about becoming weightless, about focusing on your breathing, about just floating that's very calm and very relaxing, especially for somebody with PTSD. And you know, you can get really wound up, you can get really anxious and super stressed out about just life. So jumping in the water is kind of an escape where it's just, you become inwardly focused. It's almost meditative. I had something happen that took me back to an incident from when I was a kid. And there was a lot of panic and anxiety that came along with that. And scuba diving was kind of the escape and where I was able to cope with kind of those mental health issues. And really, it was a way to help get through treatment and help get over those issues of the past that were still haunting me. There's a time, roughly at the same time, when I was kind of deep in the middle of kind of mental health treatments, of doing kind of treatment for PTSD, where I was honestly suicidal. So the thoughts of just ending life was, it was there. So those kind of negative thoughts that things don't have meaning or things don't have value. So just having, for me, scuba diving, just being in the water was an escape. It was a way to just calm the mind, calm the soul. Once you go through your own mental health journey and you see other people's, and you can kind of pick up the cues that they're suffering and what they're going through. And yeah, there's been a couple of people where I said, hey, why don't I come teach you scuba diving? Why don't you come try it in the pool? And I never intentionally say to them like, hey, I'm looking at you and I think you're on the edge, or I think you have a mental health issue. It's just, I'm trying to give to them something that I've found as a tool that just helped me out. And maybe by getting some of those folks in the pool or getting them into the water, that maybe that'll prevent somebody from having those suicidal thoughts, or help them overcome their issues, or just help them work through.
Today's game plan: put on gear, scuba dive, make it back alive, question mark. Yes, we're gonna eat and then we're gonna sleep. But if we didn't make it back alive and say a giant trout ate us, we would at least die happy. This is the scuba diving life, right here. Cheers. Ow.
No,
You have a favorite rock?
I do have a favorite rock. Yeah. Start seeing all the little itty bitty bits.
That's gold right there.
Yeah.
Where?
Wow. Wow. Look at it all. Oh my gosh.
You're golden, baby. You're
So
golden.
much. It just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I'm done with you. I mean, there's gold in there, but there's not a lot. I mean, when you can pull a little piece like this and get a bit of yellow off it, that's not going to make you $1 million. That's not going to make you rich. You're not going to retire on that. But for a scuba diver, it's just neat to say that I went diving and found some gold. And any scuba diver that I've talked to about, yeah, I've got this quartz vein that you can go and pick up flecks of gold, they get oohed and awed over it. You know, there's a prospector saying the gold is where it is. You're looking for a couple of different indicators, really. I mean, generally where you see sulfides or kind of shiny stuff in the rocks, or the quartz veins, are the kind of key areas that we're looking for. But what we're looking for definitely is this kind of this yellow, buttery looking metal. So that stuff, little bits in there. It's a great little sample. So this time, what this one does is this will sort, ideally lift the gold up, catching the gold in this little contraption in the back. So once this is full of gold, we're done.
Do you think this pump is strong enough to pump water all the way up? Like a vertical pipe?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm envisioning before we're done here, Geezer's going to apply some more duct tape.
Okay, I'm gonna let
Stand
you boys.
back.
I'm gonna let
Stand
you.
back.
I'm gonna let you boys fine tune this.
So from what I've researched, there's nowhere that I've been able to identify where you can say you went scuba diving and found gold. Like, yeah, there's some gold down there, but there's not a lot, to be absolutely honest. Kind of is where the biggest effort was. I mean, it's the biggest trench, the deepest trench. So we're kind of hoping that the vein that runs through the island keeps going on the lake on this side. So we're going to go in, have a look around, see if we can pick up the vein, and see if there's anything interesting to have a look at. Maybe some more samples, something with gold nuggets in it.
I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
I'll find the cool stuff. Hopefully.
Right.
Hey, Geezer! Bring the boat over. We found a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there's one more. Holy shit, look at this thing. Oh, what the heck? That's a pulley, man.
Yeah.
You can
There's some more
spin
stuff down there. Be right back.
Okay. Oh, freaking real.
Another bully.
Oh, I'm not quite the same size as the last one.
That's amazing.
Oh, you
I
bet.
think we probably would have had like a pulley system to move the oar.
If they're moving oil with pulleys that big, that's one heck of a pile of oil.
Whew, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, these are this, yeah.
You know, it's amazing to find this old stuff. You got to keep in mind that these guys were out here 75 years ago. So the fact that there's anything still out here, especially this stuff underwater, is amazing to find.
This is my favorite thing I found.
All right. What's your favorite piece?
I found some more nifty rocks, and I have a surprise to show Geezer.
Treasures. Feel like we're little pirates with our treasures.
Oh, isn't that cool? That's real cool.
I swear to goodness, that looks like it's
Holy
homemade.
Moses. I'll bet you it is.
Thank you.
I'll bet you it is. I wouldn't doubt it. Because if you look, you see a seam there, the metal seam,
Yeah.
right? Going in there. So it's different layers, and they
Folded over.
folded them over, heated up, folded over, and yeah. Yeah,
See that? I didn't even notice that. Oh, those that crease
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Okay, you got
see?
them on the same side.
see, yeah.
So yeah, Geezer, I just gotta say, you know, I'm glad you gave that original phone call to say, hey, you want to come out and check this area out? It's been quite exciting.
Yeah, well, it has been for me too. I'm really glad that you did.
Yeah.
Because I think the adventure is just starting.
Oh, thanks, bud. All right, let's go get some more firewood. It was fun to have Nick out. I mean, it was amazing just to get him out of the land and see him trying some different things. That was exciting to see him just show that interest and enjoy the outdoors. I haven't told Claire this one yet, but the gold that we have been finding, just the little flakes and whatnot, I've been saving them. And I'm gonna probably make a piece of jewelry for her.
Riding in my old Timbo, my wake's the only thing that follows me. If this old like she could talk, she'd tell me all her head in the